Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Little Red House. I'm going to do just a little bit of a different video today. First of all, I woke up this morning and I thought about that carnival wear and I thought, you know what was I thinking? It's beautiful, and if you're really into it, that's fantastic. I'm more of a primitive vintage type person, so going back that direction. And also there is my very large doily that I bought yesterday for, it was $1 or $2. Love it. Anyway, so every once in a while, when I can feel the dust in the house, it even gets in my teeth. I could just feel it. My cat starts sneezing. My husband has sneezing fits. And then I know it's time to get busy cleaning. If you think back to the housewives of, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe even today, and if you don't, it's perfectly fine. But, they would do spring cleaning, especially when it gets colder out and, you have to close up the house and you've got to, really clean up the house. I can remember my mom even washing walls. But we didn't have the breathing issues that we have today, it seems. If you think about, how many allergy medications are on the market, how many nebulizers, or, oh my gosh, when I lived in Columbus, I saw stores that you can just go in and get your breathing stuff, and that's fine. It's wonderful that they have those for people who really need them, but then you have to step back and wonder, are there some cases where we can help eliminate that? So what I do is I have a Shark vacuum. I take the little doohickey off the bottom and I use this long tube and I vacuum everything that I can possibly find. For all of us who love books, you can run that vacuum along all of your books. You wouldn't believe how much dust collects on the top of books, right down to your baseboards. This little part here, this lip, use that long tube on your vacuum. You wouldn't believe how much dust and dog hair, cat hair, or whatever you can pick off of there. Drapes is another thing. If you take your vacuum and get in between the creases, you wouldn't believe how much dust accumulates on these things. Take your pillows outside, beat them, get the dust off, as well as your blankets. Everything that you can possibly think of. Dust settles a lot on the top of our pillows, chairs, the top of the chairs. It all gets very dusty, and if you have breathing issues, maybe that's not going to eliminate it, but you can think of so many things to do to try to help it. I try to think back a lot about, back in the old days and how things are so different. I mean, right down to, washing your face. How many products are on the market today for your face? You've got to have this cream and that cream or whatever. And you think back to looking at the pictures of women back then and their skin just looked like porcelain, Pond's cold cream, Ivory soap for your face. It didn't have all those things, and you didn't have all the breakouts and whatnot. So I just always try to think of how things used to be done, because it just seems to be, I don't know, good old common sense, and we cleaned and took better care of ourselves. And so just want to share these little tidbits. But today here it's sunny, good day to open the windows, get that vacuum sweeper going, clean off as much as you can think of, get the dust out of your house, let everybody in your house breathe a little easier. But I just want to share, as usual. I appreciate your time. Have a good rest of your day.